Welcome to our winter farm tour.
Hello everybody. So we are going to show you around our beautiful property. I'll switch it now.
So here's the entrance from the road. And this is what we call our front yard. It's the front pasture in front of the house. And it's actually where our septic system is going. That's why there's nothing planted. There's no structures there and there's no trees there. So this is our backyard. It is almost, I'd say almost maybe a little more than 1 acre, and it's fully fenced in. We had to fix some of it at the back, but the huge advantage is that we have a safe 6-foot fence that's fully enclosing back of our house, which is safer for our chickens. It's a deterrent for a lot of coyotes and foxes, but it's a huge help. It will also be great for containing our farm dog. To give him his space, his territory to protect will be where our chickens and our gardens will be.
And notice we are very comfortably walking here because Stephane used his snowblower to make awesome little paths for us from the gates to the main buildings around the property.
It's fun. It's like a little labyrinth, and it's for the chickens too to get around.
We have some balsam firs here and an eastern white pine.
Our big main shed with our security camera, and we actually look up on our chickens while we're at work and things like that.
It's solar powered, which is amazing. And this shed, the two doors can open and the middle part can be removed, so you can actually drive a little lawn mower in there. And here's our amazing chicken coop.
We love it.
We absolutely love it. And we're actually going to do a full video going into detail, reviewing this chicken coop, comparing it to our original chicken coop, the Igloo Go Up. This is a good to go coop. So we'll go into a lot more detail in that video.
It's a very solid structure. It can take the weather, the elements, and the snow. We got this separate, an automatic door that goes up and down for it. It's very accessible to see our chickens that are roosting and the eggs.
So here we get eggs in the morning, and I love it. I love it so much.
It comes with good secure attachments and handles, and there's even a space for human access in here, so I can go in there and actually clean and install and change things.
And we have right now 5 silky chickens, but we've ordered a lot more hatching eggs and different chicken breeds, so as well as guinea fowl hatching eggs. So we'll be getting a much bigger flock in the spring once we're able to hatch those eggs, which we'll be documenting all on our channel.
Sorry, I shut off the heat for the day. They don't need it during the day. It's so nice. It's so much sun.
Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot about that.
No, let's turn it back on at night for those cold nights.
Yeah, so only when it's super cold, we do like to heat the coop, and for those extra cold nights. And I had accidentally left it on during the day, so we just shut that off. Here we have what we thought was a birch tree, but it's actually quaking aspen. And we had a few more in this area, but they were rotted through. So we cut some down, and we'll be using that for firewood. It
was a cluster of 4, and they started rotting at the bottom base.
Here we're walking to the back of the house. This is actually it used to be the back entrance of the garage, but we would like to turn this into a bit of a bed and breakfast. The inside has actually been turned into like an in-law suite with a little kitchenette and a bathroom. So we won't show you the inside, but yeah, this is basically one of the back entrances, and then over there is our back deck and our back door that leads to our kitchen. We continue down this way. I also love that we have these arborvitae everywhere. These huge trees are very mature and they form a really nice hedge, and it gives us a lot of privacy.
Here's the stable. I'm gonna get some work done on this in spring. Number 1, it's gonna get a paint job. I was thinking the classic red with white trim. I'm going to repaint and finish all the doors. And this used to be the main door. Now there's only a side door. I'm going to turn this back into a proper large farm door.
Yeah, this door is not functional right now, but we do have a little human door over here. We can show you the inside of our barn. I cannot wait for you to paint this red. It's going to be stunning, honey.
So while we don't have animals yet, and I am gonna fix this place up a little bit. When we had it inspected, this structure, I was told, was very, very sound and well built. Right now it's housing my snowblower, some extra tools I got on the side. It does have an above ground pump for a second well that we got with a small baseboard heater to keep it from freezing. And so there's always a little bit of heat in here, which is nice. And here we keep as an extra space just in case we ever need to refuge our chickens for some reason. we can bring him to an inside warmer place.
For now, we're storing some straw here. But yeah, before we had our chicken coop assembled, the one we just showed you, they did stay 1 or 2 nights in here when we were moving. And it was just a really good backup option. Right now here we have our snowshoes. We've gone snowshoeing so many times around the property. And I'll put in here some drone footage so you can see really how it looks if we go up this field. This is the main pasture behind our house. And we actually own all the way to the forest, as well as a few acres into the forest after that. And so I'll show you that drone footage so you can really see how much we own all the way to the very end. We're so excited.
Oh no, we're going up there today.
Okay, Stephane wants to crawl up there, so
usually we wear the snowshoes. But it's more exercise and also fun. And looks like
we're doing this for you guys, so you're welcome.
And I'm just showing, this is a path that I always use to get up to the back of the pasture. And it looks like a deer has been using this path to walk through as it was patted down for him.
So there, that little track, those are deer prints going up to our 3-sided shelter here. This was a shelter that was used previously to store stuff. I think also it was used as a shelter for the horses that lived on this property before. But I think, Stephane, you said you wanted to maybe turn it into a firewood storing place?
Yeah, it's a little far, but it is a good structure that's shielded from the elements.
And it is south-facing. It has a south-facing opening, so it will get a lot of good sun, which is good for drying out firewood and curing it. In some of our other videos, we'd like to eventually build a wood stove to have as a backup heat source in case we lose power in the winter. And so that firewood will be really helpful for us for when we want to use that wood stove, though we haven't installed that wood stove just yet. Here you can see what used to be the old horse fence. And these cedar posts, unfortunately, are coming out of the ground. They weren't put in deep enough to withstand our winters and go beyond the frost line. So we can't actually use these cedar posts for horse fencing. So Stephane's gonna pull these up, these cedar posts.
I see deer.
Oh, you see some deer.
You see it? Lift it up, you'll see.
Stephane, I can't see, so I need you to.
They were at my hay.
Oh, there's some deer just running off. Oh no, I think you guys just missed it.
It means that the little hay station I left for them with my trail cam is working.
But as I was saying, we're going to use these cedar posts to build a raised bed garden inside our black chain link fence area where the deer hopefully can't access it.
Cedar is good because once dry and cured, it doesn't rot.
Naturally withstands
so you don't have
rot.
to buy pressure treated.
And this is that hay pile we were telling you about, which the deer have been enjoying. Every time we come out here, the hay smells so nice. Oh my goodness, it just smells amazing.
I mix it up for them. Get the snow off the top and get some of the stuff from the bottom up.
The deer have loved it. We keep seeing footage on our trail cam of them coming. There, I'll show you. I'll zoom in on that tree. You can hopefully see.
All right, every time I come up here, the trail cam, I switch out the SD card so I can view who came to the hay pile. Switch it out.
We'll show you guys some of that trail cam footage of the deer that have been coming around. It's been so amazing. I keep seeing the same mom and baby.
I set it so it takes 30-second clips of anything moving and walking around.
So now we're just at the beginning of the forest. We'd love to do camping here with family and friends in the future.
I've already come here with my buddies and made a little campfire, hung out and drank some beer. It's a fun spot. The trees are beautiful.
It's really a winter wonderland. We snowshoe out here a lot. And in this open clearing we're coming up to, there was a huge buckthorn tree, invasive buckthorn with poisonous berries on it, and Stephane chopped it down.
Jules, it looks like something's been eating the buckthorn. Look at the tracks.
Yeah.
They're all around the buckthorn.
You see here, there's almost no berries anymore. But if I look high up here, you can see there's a lot more berries. Yeah, that's not great. These berries are mildly poisonous, and so anything that eats them will have diarrhea and potentially vomiting, and it's just not good for the wildlife. It's not good for people.
This small open space is fully surrounded by woods. There's no residences for kilometers down there. And this is where I hope to harvest my deer in the fall. I'll set up a tree stand hidden inside those pines. And I'll be aiming for deer that are crossing over there.
And here I would love to potentially also do our orchard. We would have to fence in each tree against the deer. But like, this is a really big clearing. We could definitely fit some standard sized pear and apple trees, for example, and plum trees in this clearing. And it would be basically our food forest. It would be, the goal is to create a permaculture food forest where we can come back here and eat, you know, a lot of edible things that we grow in this food forest. So I feel really good about that we don't have to really tear down any trees to build our food forest. We can just begin planting trees. And so that's a lot better for the environment, of course. So that there isn't much more of our property after this. We have maybe an acre further into the woods, and then that's basically it. So we'll walk back now to our home.
Here is not deer tracks. They're way too close together. Something smaller with 4 legs. So I think it's a fox.
Well, we have also seen skunk around here. Sven thinks this is not a deer.
Look at the sparkles in the snow, eh? And
oh yeah, it's beautiful. Magical winter wonderland. We're back at the back of the house now.
so inside our fenced area is where we want to have our massive raised bed operation. Much bigger than our old place in the suburbs. So as you can see, there are the ruins of an old horse fence that goes all the way around. Most of the wood has gone. A lot of it fell down, broken over the years and not maintained, but it's filled with these nice cedar posts. We're actually going to recycle most of these cedar posts and actually use them as our raised bed walls. I'll do a little log cabin style of raised beds. We'll come up with a nice system, give you a bit of the dimensions of where we want our beds to go. Basically, from the back of this fence, where it's getting most of the sun during the day, all the way through the quaking aspen.
It's a really
and
big
for
area.
our Airbnb portion, we want to fence in this area so that they have their own private sector.
Cannot wait to show you guys in the summer that huge garden project. It's gonna be really exciting.
Of course, we got the old chicken coop that we had in our suburb,
go up.
not being used. We just put it here for ornamental purposes.
We do hope to use it, you know, when we hatch our baby chicks. It could be perfect as a mom and baby pen, you know, or for other uses if we have to quarantine a bird, for example. So we don't want to get rid of it because we do hope to use it. We think it will still be very useful. But, you know, this coop is excellent for a small flock, maybe up to 5 chickens.
Yeah, I'm going to close the fence because I have seen fox tracks around.
We haven't seen any fox tracks ever inside the black fence where our chicken coop is. And so we're trying to keep it that way because as soon as the predators find your chickens, they are relentless and they will continue to come back to that source of food. So we've actually put down logs, if you can see, at the base of that gate just to block the opening and make it a bit harder. Coyotes could jump this fence potentially, but so far we haven't seen any tracks. But to remember to always close these doors.
I just don't want a fox getting the impression that this is invitable territory.
And over here, we have a very large area where people can park and a private road that goes down to our backyard and by our stable, our barn. So that's awesome.
When we have to bring our garbage out to the road, it's not to the end of our driveway. It's to the end of the private road.
That's right. It's like 100 meters to move our garbage every week from the house all the way down to the road, which is not at the end here where Stephane is now, but at the end of the road on the left, which is another ways away.
All the way down there. We are far from the road, far from traffic, so it's nice we don't have the noisiness of I
think it's worth the privacy to move the garbage and recycling every week all the way out there.
I found some pretty creative ways of throwing it in the back of my pickup truck box.
Thank you so much for joining us on our winter farm tour. We hope you enjoyed it. we're going to try to do one of these every season so you can see how our property evolves as the year go by.
A lot of people don't like winter. I love it. Minus the hard, despite the hard labor it takes to shovel this entire place.
Yeah, there are definitely challenges to having 10 acres in a place like Canada in the winter, but so far we're just so excited, and our first winter here has been really, really special.
We love it. We're having a blast.
Check out this next video here to hear all about our story and how we moved from the suburbs to our 10-acre homestead.